and welcome to your favorite travel show, Tourismus, where we talk all things travel, from what's happening in the industry, destinations that you must visit, and so much more. I'm your host, Glenora Shipura. Let's take a look at what you can expect in today's broadcast. Under topics, we discuss the contribution made by wilderness to conservation, protection of boab trees in the Nyae Nyae Conservancy, and the 8th Zambezi Bream Festival and Cultural Expo that took place this week. Under destinations, we visit the Hollandia Restaurant in Ghanzi and Essence Lifestyle Apartments in Windhoek. And to the point, Nadja le Roux from the Kalahari African Wild Dog Conservation Trust describes the ongoing challenges that African wild dogs face. Windhoek-based Christina Chigodora, a passionate craftswoman, also shares insights into her handmade creations. We will be right back with your topics on the other side of this. In our topics, first up, we are taking a look at the wilderness. In a powerful demonstration of its conservation-driven business model, Wilderness has announced its highest ever annual payments to governments and communities in its 42-year history, with $17.1 million paid by the group during the 2025 financial year. This figure represents a 21% increase over the 2024 financial year and brings the total paid out over the last decade to $97 million. These payments are the most direct and meaningful contributions Wilderness makes to conservation and rural development in the regions where the group operates. They fund wildlife conservation and community upliftment across 7 African countries, being Botswana, Kenya, Namibia, Rwanda, Tanzania, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Operating in 2.3 million hectares, 5.6 million acres of protected areas across Africa, Wilderness believes that the value of wild places must be felt by those who live closest to them, a belief which sits at the heart of the business and at the foundation of its impact strategy to educate, empower, and protect. Moving over to our next topic, in the heart of Namibia's Nyae Nyae Conservancy, stand ancient boab trees, symbols of resilience in a landscape besieged by drought. Elephants, a constant presence in the conservancy, intensified their search for water and nourishment during the prolonged dry spells of 2023 and 2024, leaving behind stripped bark, deeply scarred trunks, and broken branches in their wake. For WWF Namibia, watching these living monuments suffer was a call to action to defend the giants of the Kalahari. To map the full scope of elephant-inflicted damage, WWF Namibia partnered with the Ministry of Environment and Tourism Namibia on an aerial survey. Pilots and wildlife specialists flew over the areas and where approximately 600 trees had been surveyed, with 70 affected trees and each classified according to severity, from light scrapes to deep gashes. This overhead perspective provided a data-driven blueprint for targeted intervention. On the ground, a simple solution took shape: packing locally sourced rocks around vulnerable trees to form natural barriers, before villages situated within the core boab area selected 2 boab trees, each piling rocks at their bases to deter elephants. Thus far, 40 trees have been protected, 16 with rock packing and 24 wrapped with mesh wire. Crucially, WWF Namibia tapped into the wisdom and dedication of local women. A group of 10 women drawn from these surrounding villages received hands-on training in GPS-enabled smart devices and the Earth Ranger app. Their mission: measure trunk circumferences, assess the extent of the elephant damage, and flag fruit-bearing trees for extra protection. Stipends earned through this work help these women feed their families, directly linking household welfare to conservation success. By July 2025, the women had surveyed nearly 600 boabs. Field data is downloaded daily to WWF's Earth Ranger server, where analysts verify and conduct quality control before using the data for more comprehensive analysis. Talk about a step in the right direction. In our next topic, the 8th Zambezi Bream Festival and Cultural Expo recently lit up the Zambezi region with vibrant celebrations of local cuisine, music, and heritage. Held in Katima Mulilo, the event showcased the region's iconic bream fish through cooking competitions, tastings, and cultural performances. Visitors enjoyed traditional dances, craft displays, and storytelling that highlighted the rich diversity of the Zambezi people. The festival aimed to promote tourism, support local businesses, and preserve cultural traditions. With growing popularity, the annual event continues to unite communities while celebrating the unique identity of Namibia's northeastern corner through food, culture, and entertainment. Opened this week by the first female governor of the Zambezi region, Dorothy Kabula, she emphasized the significance of the event and explained the origin of its name, rooted in the region's identity, economy, and rich cultural heritage. All right, that concludes our topics. On the other side of the break, we take a look at the destinations that you must visit. Starting us off in our destinations, we are in neighboring Botswana. Nestled in the heart of Ghanzi, Botswana, Hollandia Restaurant offers visitors a warm welcome and an unforgettable dining experience. Owner Malcolm Flattery tells us more. Have a look.
Good morning. My name is Malcolm and I'm talking to you from Hollandia Restaurant in Ghanzi.
Good morning. Can you tell us a bit more about the history of Hollandia?
Hollandia Restaurant is in one of the oldest buildings in Ghanzi. It used to be a co-op store where we used to buy all our groceries, clothes, teas, coffees, everything.
And how long has the building been in existence?
The building has been around for about 50 years, more or less.
50 years?
Yes.
And how long have you guys been here?
Hollandia Restaurant has been open since 2022.
2022.
Yes.
And what can guests expect when they visit here?
When you visit our restaurant, we offer a variety of coffees, cappuccinos, teas, and then on the menu side, we do pizzas, handmade pizzas, and we have burgers, steaks, T-bones, chicken, salads, a variety of foods.
And I see that there is a lot of cocktails on your menus. What would you say inspired that?
The cocktails, I think it's just all the visitors we get would suggest, why don't you put this on the menu? Why don't we try this? So we always try to accommodate more and more people. And every time someone comes here, we ask them, what would you like to put on the menu? What would you like to see? What would you like to eat? And we adjust accordingly and do specials, and we just try our best.
What would you suggest is the specialty dish that people would come here for, and the cocktail they must try?
The specialty dish, I would say, would be the loaded chicken and beef schnitzels. They are the most popular on the menu at the moment. And our burgers as well. We also make our patties in-house. And the cocktails, there's a cocktail called The Gods Must Be Crazy. I think everyone should give that one a try.
Okay. Thank you very much for speaking with us.
Thank you then.
In our next stop, we are in the capital city. Essence Lifestyle Apartment offers self-catering apartments situated in Rockland Park, Windhoek. It additionally offers airport transport, shuttle services around the city, car rentals, and tours. I mean, what more can you ask for? Let's have a look.
boa tarde.
Welcome to Essence Lifestyle.
Welcome to Essence Lifestyle. Essence Lifestyle offers self-catering apartments where the amenities meet your lifestyle experience and create the perfect escape for those who prefer privacy, fun, and comfort. Well, Essence Lifestyle has across 7 facilities with contemporary interiors and breathtaking outside views. And these all range between $1,400 Namibian to as little as $950 Namibian per night. Now you can find Essence Lifestyle in the heart of the capital, and that is Windhoek, in the very quiet, safe area of Hockland Park. With its new contemporary interiors and breathtaking outside views from the relaxing areas, this complex is truly exquisite and ideal for a group or a large family who enjoys the hot days by the pool and the sunsets by the fire, while also sipping on nice wine under the stars. Speaking of wine, Essence Lifestyle has an indoor bar where the staff members create some fresh cocktails from fresh fruits and fresh cold drinks.
So this Sprite now, let's lemonade.
Well, look at you thinking it does not get any better than this. Well, it does. Essential Lifestyle actually has an indoor boutique where you can grab an essential or two or a lovely outfit that you would like to flaunt in the lovely streets of Windhoek on a girls' night out. Now they have some exquisite pieces, some luxury outfits, as well as some very comfortable and affordable pieces of clothing.
Forgot to bring along something, it was saved by Hair Essential.
Another item?
And then for your summer, you can also add this by the pool with your cocktails. Feeling nice, like floral colors and bright colors for the summer season.
For more information on the facilities and what Essence Lifestyle provides, you can contact the number 085 7813372, and it will direct you to the manager of the facility, and that is Eric. Alternatively, you can send an email to bookings@essencelifestyle.com.na.
That concludes our destinations, but do not go away. On the other side of this, we are taking a look at the interesting topics and discussion points discussed in To The Point. In our To The Point segment, In the remote stretches of Namibia's Kalahari, African wild dogs, also known as painted wolves, are fighting for survival. Nadja le Roux from Kalahari African Wild Dog Conservation Trust describes the ongoing challenges that these species face. Have a look.
Yeah, so what we have found is that when farmers persecute a pack of dogs, we actually find that the conflict gets worse. Well, because of their social dynamics.
Because of persecute, I understand that they kill them.
Yeah. So when farmers kill one or two wild dogs from a pack, the conflict gets worse because the pack becomes unstable. And they also stick around looking for their pack mates for months. So killing them, they don't just leave.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's better to chase them away
Well,
than
those,
killing them actually, because if you kill them,
yeah,
you are
those,
destabilizing the social structure.
Yeah.
And because they're emotional, they stick around looking
Yeah.
for their family.
Yeah. And the alphas, that alpha male and that alpha female, they're kind of the glue that keeps the pack together. And they are the animals that make the decisions and also learn how to stay out of trouble. So when we're killing these alphas, the older animals that, really are the glue of that pack, we destabilize that whole system.
They start dispersing
Yeah.
maybe, and this
Yeah.
one goes there, and
Yeah.
causes trouble there.
Yeah, and then when they're in even smaller groups, they cause even more issues. Yeah, so then you find that the conflict, because now you've only got, two wild dogs trying to hunt, and so they're going to attack 3, 4, 5 calves in a night before they can actually kill something. So now they can't take down a bigger animal like a kudu that is natural prey to them. So these splinter off groups or persecution ends up causing a lot more conflict.
So at the moment, the main solution that you can help them with is, okay, they can call you, you come to the farm,
Yeah.
you can assess the situation so that you know just even identifying the alpha male and female
Yeah.
already helps a lot.
Yeah.
So that you know not to hurt those ones. But it's not like the Cheetah Conservation Fund where you relocate the animals.
No, so I mean, relocation is not easy, and I think this is something that we all need to address. Namibians and farmers, are, I find, some of the most tolerant people in the world when it comes to carnivores and the issues that they have with carnivores. The fact of the matter is that relocating animals has its own complex issues. We've got to find space to send them, and we're running out of space. This is the issue. And it's not a solution because you're just opening up that area for, other issues. So where we've seen in landscapes throughout Namibia where they've taken out some of the large carnivores and disrupted a healthy ecosystem, then your smaller carnivores, those populations explode, like jackals and caracal. So, trying to stabilize our systems is important. We have had this recent case where we have moved a pack of dogs out of a farm. It wasn't an easy decision, and I think each case is its own case, and it's very unique. And we have to, look at what is the best case for this.
So what does the process look like of gathering up the animals now? So you
very difficult. Yeah. So it takes time to first try and understand what are we dealing with, like what's the dynamics of this group of wild dogs. Yeah, exactly. So that takes a bit of time, understanding the land uses, what's happening there, understanding the neighbors, understanding prey density, what are the other issues that those farmers are facing, is this actually viable wild dog range? And then in terms of capturing dogs, it's not easy. They are some of the hardest. So that's why you can't, to catch a whole pack is not simple.
How big is that pack?
This recent one was a very exceptional case because, from our understanding, it started as a bigger group. We think about 5 individuals. It dwindled down to definitely 3 by the time we got there. And then while we were monitoring the situation, we think we lost a third one. So in the end, it was only 2 adults, and they already had a litter of puppies in an area that was just not viable for dogs. It was not a good place. I think they'd come in from the east through one of these omarambas, which is almost like a natural corridor. They kind of came in and found themselves there. It's a newly formed pack, so they're quite young. This was probably their first litter, and they just came into an area that's just not suitable. And then because some of them were lost, whether it was to persecution or other predators, or we don't know, snares maybe, a group of 5 that would have been able to successfully hunt kudu and gemsbok and other larger prey came down to eventually 2, and they can't. So they started hammering cattle. So that it was a very, and it took us a while to investigate it, with full support from the farming community and MEFT. And so making that decision to move that pack of dogs was a very informed decision. We don't just go in and take animals away. Yeah.
Before you continue, I just want
In our next To The Point, Windhoek-based Christina Chigodora, who's 36, a passionate craftswoman, shares insights into her handmade creations, which she sells to tourists in Eros, just opposite Hotel Pensioner. Have a look.
Okay. All right. My name is Christina Chigodora. I'm 36 years old. I'm a crafter. I craft from different types. For example, this is wire and beads. It's a chicken. So for a chicken, it starts as like us humans, we have the bones and the flesh. So the skeleton is the wire, then the flesh is the beads. So for a chicken like this, it will take me 4 days to finish it. That is one of the big, the price is 1,000 Namibian dollars. Yeah. Then this is one of the big items that I'm making. Then there are smaller ones like key holders. The key holders. Different animals. So we have a guinea on the key holders. There is giraffe on the key holder. And there is also an ostrich on these ones. They are fridge magnets. So with these ones, you can at least work in bulk because they are small. So in a day, at least you can make 10 of them and finish. And we are also having here some materials. It's a batik. It's drawings. They're actually drawings. It's a process, though, different types of paints, drawings. That is dream catchers. It's also part of the beaded and the wire. Then we have catapults. This is also metal stuff. This one, it's my brother who's doing this. It's quite heavy for me as a woman. So the metal is my brother who's doing. We also can come to that side. We have marimba, our African piano. The familiar name is xylophone. Yeah.
Where can the people find you?
Situated at Eros, Genmatula, Kona Genmatula, Muhammad Street and Erosweg. That is the corner that I'm situated in the street of Nigerian Embassy.
And with that, we have come to the end of the broadcast. Thank you for tuning in and spending your time with your favorite travel show, that is Tourismus. From me, Glenora Shipura, I'll see you next time.